In this video, we're going to be talking about the Meta AI app, which is the hub for the Rayban Meta smart glasses Gen 1 and Gen 2, and soon to be display, as well as the Oakley Meta glasses as well. Not only is it a hub for these glasses, it's also its own standalone app that anybody can download right now, and it's been evolving over time. So in this video, we're going to take a look together at the features of this app and everything inside it. This is more of a real time, just follow me. We're going to take a look at the features. I'll leave timestamps in the description below if you want to skip to certain areas of this video. I'm really going to be exploring this for the first time myself as well, because they recently updated it. So if you're in for a bit of a longer, comprehensive deep dive into the Meta AI app, please join me and let's get into it. So like I said, you can download the Meta AI app yourself. I think it's available on both Android and iOS. We're going to be looking at this on my iPhone here. And the first thing you'll notice is a feed with some strange AI videos. I don't think I expected Meta to get involved in video AI, but it looks like it's going that way. And like I said, this is going to be their comprehensive AI app, I guess similar to GPT, but also acts as the hub for the Meta glasses, which is what I've been using it for most of the time. I think that's why a lot of people originally downloaded it, so that you can set up your glasses and access all of the settings. So it's a bit weird that now it's turned into a home screen of weird AI videos. And I guess there's social sharing options on the right, very similar to Instagram. It looks very similar to Instagram, as well as the opportunity to create your own. And you can just type in any prompts here to create your own bizarre video AI thing. On the top, we have some details about our Meta glasses. I, of course, have two, Gen 1 and Gen 2. And if you're curious about Gen 1 versus Gen 2, which one's better, which one you should buy, I just made a video about that, and you should definitely go check that out. So then on the bottom here, we have this browser type button. We have a Meta AI button, and then we have the glasses button here. And then on the left-hand side, we have this menu thing, which basically gives us the same options as we have with the glasses on the bottom right. So this will give us options to go to the AI chat again. So these are our options that we have at the bottom. Then look at our media from our glasses, as well as some other conversations we might have had with our glasses or with the app. The duck snake thing is just, I tried to get it to create a AI thing and it didn't do too well. So then we also have the settings here in the bottom. These are giving us options for our devices, to shop for glasses, try the glasses on. This is really going to be a way of selling you the glasses, I think. And then of course we have AI settings, memory, voice. Voice, you can change the voice. I guess they've got a new experimental voice that's hyper realistic. So now Meta, it looks like they have added the option for remembering some things about you, which has been something they've not been able to do and ChatGPT has done in the past, which has made it way better. They're really building this out. It seems like every month they're updating this app to add more functionality. The app connections. So this gives us the opportunity to connect to either Google Calendars or Outlook, which will allow you to, through your Rayban Meta smart glasses, and I guess your phone even, ask it to schedule certain things. It's pretty good. It can't go in and change things once you've already scheduled it. So you would ask it to add something into your calendar, just like you would Siri or whatever your phone AI device is, or voice devices. It gives us options for app appearance, data and privacy. Imagine yourself. Create AI images of yourself with Meta AI. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. Show your glasses to your friends. So it gives you the option to do a demo with your friends. So if they want to try the glasses on, they can see the functionality of it. And then of course my profile doesn't really give you much. So then we have our Meta AI button, which I guess is similar to ChatGPT. And then it's giving me a list of different things that I can do. So I guess you can add images on here and get it to alter them. You can also ask it stuff. One thing I will say is that it's still not quite as good as ChatGPT or Gemini, but I'm sure that will change over time. We also have parameters that we can change the voice, background conversations. So you can talk to it whilst you're in other apps, which is a bit weird. I don't know if I want Meta to do that. And then the big thing that I think most of us are going to be using this app for is going to be for the glasses. So up at the top here, I have my two devices that I have. I have the Gen 1 and Gen 2. And here's where we can change our settings and our options. So if we go up here, we can tap into our settings and change all these. We'll get back into that. We can add a new device if we get a new pair of Meta glasses, and they've listed the displays as well as the Oakley versions and the Gen 2 for the Ray-Ban Meta and the Gen 1, the original Ray-Ban stories, if any of you remember that. You can also go into translate mode, so you can use this device when you use translate with your glasses. You can hand the device to the other person and they can see what you're saying in your language, which is kind of interesting, and you can download the languages so it can work offline. We also have our gallery and then some tutorials here so you can learn more about the features of the Meta glasses as well as some quick setup guides. This video is sponsored by VR Wave. Did you know that you could save yourself a whole bunch of money by getting the cheapest version of the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses and then buy prescription lenses separately from VR Wave that are just as good quality at a fraction of the price that Ray-Ban sells them to you? So you just go on there, you put your prescription in, whatever it is, tell them the make, model and size of your Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, and they'll send them out to you, and you just simply pop out the old lenses and pop in the new ones, and then all of a sudden you have upgraded your Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses so you can use them indoors, outdoors, in whatever scenario you need. You always have your Meta AI assistant and your camera and all the functionality of these glasses with you wherever you go. I'll leave a link in the description below. Thanks VR Wave for sponsoring this video. Let's go into our devices. So we can go to our Gen 2 devices. We can check for updates. Your device is up to date. I can go to general. This will give us information about our, we'll blur out the serial code. You can restart or unpair or reset your glasses from here. We have the Wi-Fi, help and support. I guess you can submit reports about the glasses. Okay, so we have Meta AI. This is going to tell us how we want to set up, or we can tell it how we want it to be set up, the language and the voice. I've got United Kingdom. In the UK, we only have a certain amount of voices that we can use. In the US, you have a whole bunch more. This is the option to limit your mobile data usage. Communication. So this is where we can add our Meta devices or our Meta accounts on here. Messenger, Instagram, Facebook. Of course, you don't have any of the others. The phone will allow you to connect so you can do your texts and everything like that. Announce calls, so it will read out whenever someone's calling you, or tell you who's calling you. App connections, so these are the external app connections, which are still very much limited and unfortunately still do not include Apple Music, which is what I use for my music service, which means that I can't ask Meta to listen to certain particular songs. I just have to use them essentially as a pair of Bluetooth headphones and control everything through my phone. So we have iHeart. It's kind of really weird. I don't know why you would have iHeartRadio and Shazam on here, but not bigger services. But I guess that's the case. So you can assign defaults, and then here's another way of connecting your calendar as well. You tap that, it'll take you to an external link, then it'll get you to log into your Google or your Microsoft account. So here we have media. This is where we're going to set up our video settings for our glasses. So you're going to set the resolution here. With the new ones, you can have up to 3K at 30 frames per second. And then the duration and length. And an interesting thing that I mentioned in my last video is that Gen 1 will allow you many more options for the video length. So from 15 seconds all the way up to 3 minutes. And Gen 2 doesn't give you the option to film for anything less than a minute, which is a bit weird. Whenever it was 15 seconds by default on the originals, everybody wanted longer video record time. But I found that for me, I just want to get snippets of my day and I don't want to remember to turn off the video. So it's easier for me just to set it to 15 seconds, press record, and just let it run for 15 seconds. So that's not there on Gen 2. Auto import, so it automatically downloads to your phone. You can have it connect to your networks as well, so it will automatically update. You can allow it to show the made with Meta glasses label, which is not really something I would be interested in. Enhancements applied during import automatically frame your captures for the best quality. And this is something I haven't seen before. What I was noticing is whenever I was downloading the videos from my Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, they weren't in true 3K or 1080p, depending on the model. They were kind of these weird variations of aspect ratios and crops. So I was like, it's really bizarre. And I guess this is where it's happening. It's in the, I guess if you're moving around a lot, it's cropping in to compensate for the extra movement. And it seems here that it will automatically crop out hair and stuff like that, which is actually a real issue with the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses. So that's kind of interesting. It will crop into your image if there's something obstructing the camera. So if you want the full resolution or the full video, I guess it's not letting me turn that off. It's probably because I don't have the glasses out of the case. So if you want the full framing of your video, I guess you turn those off, which is really interesting. You have the cache. And then if you go to audio, this will give you the opportunity to pause the audio when you remove your glasses, which is super handy. And then adaptive volume, just like any pair of headphones normally, that will kind of move the volume depending on how loud the environment is, which is good as well. The LED notification brightness. So this is the LED that you see in the corner of your eye, not the LED that others see when they look at you. There's a notification LED in the bottom right-hand corner of the frame that will notify you that you're recording or you're taking a photo or that AI is operating. So you just can kind of see visually what's going on. This will allow you to set the brightness of that. Sometimes it can get too distracting, so I guess you would set it to low or automatic. I just leave it on automatic. I really don't think it's that big of a deal. And then wear detection, this is just saying features will pause when you take off your glasses and then resume when you put them back on. That's super handy, especially like very similar to the audio. You don't want your music and stuff to keep going whilst you're not able to listen to them. Customized controls. Here's another difference between Gen 1 and Gen 2 that actually is not as good. So Gen 1 gave you the options to alter the gestures of not only the touchpad, which is a volume controller and allows you to use the glasses in various different ways, but also with the capture button, which is like a shutter button on the arm of the glasses. It would allow you to change it so that one press would automatically record video and hold would take a photo. By default, it's the other way around. So this would allow you to switch that rotation however you want. But now Gen 2 doesn't give you that option. But if I then go and choose my glasses Gen 1 in the app here and the settings, that option will be available. So I don't know what's going on here, but this will allow you to change the touchpad so you can touch and hold it and have Meta AI come up without asking Meta to help you, or without having to say, hey, Meta. You've got troubleshooting for your microphone, privacy. This is just asking how much data you want to share. Do you want to give them data on the cloud to make the thing better? And then there's also a voice activity log here. Security. This will allow you to lock certain features if the glasses are off, or your phone. It will require your phone, okay, to unlock certain features. And then Be My Eyes. This is a service, an external third-party service that will allow you to remotely call up a volunteer. It'll do a video feed through your glasses, and then they can talk to you through your glasses and help you find what you need to find. If the Meta AI isn't as accurate, sometimes it's not super accurate. So this will put you on a video call essentially with a volunteer, which is really interesting. Detailed responses. So this will allow you to enable a enhanced version of Meta AI, which I've not used yet. I'll make a video about that. So this is the Meta AI app as we have it today. It is the end of September 2025. This video might be launched in the start of October. Things might change a little bit, but I think that's generally going to be the gist of it. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to hit 20,000 by the end of the year. I think we can make that happen. Thanks for watching this video. Leave a comment down below. What do you think? Have you been using the Meta AI app a lot? Have you been using it without the glasses? I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are on this. If you have any questions as well and you want me to make any videos about it based on that question, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.